Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. You ready, Miriam? Happy Wednesday. So, Miriam and I talked about me sharing some of my latest quilt exhibitions that I've been doing locally. And so just a little bit about me. I've been garment sewer for a number of years, and I took up the art of quilting about 13 years ago. And I participate in the local quilt guild, and then of course participate with Quilt Africa Fabric Tribe. And so I just enjoy it. I'm married. I have two sons. Well, I had three sons, but I have two sons and some grandchildren. And I'm just enjoying life, being retired, and finding my niche in life and what it is that I enjoy, and that's the art of quilting. So I was just going to share with you ladies a couple of local exhibits that I've had this past year. And so here we go. Let me put that up. Share. Okay. All right. So, okay. Let me go in present mode. Present. Okay.
Nice.
So we got it. Okay. Sorry. So this set of slides, I decided to name them "Stepping Out on Faith" because, just when opportunities present themselves, I'm always happy to go out there and just share my work with the community. And so that's why I named it that. And the first set of slides will be about my exhibit at what's called a local jazz place called the Jazz Forum Art Reception. And that took place in June 2025, June of this year. And this is me, and I called my husband the Mister. And the Mister is always with me, helping me with all my projects and helping me get my work to the various locations. And so he's been a blessing to have by my side. This little cute little outfit that I made him. I made it. So, and he wasn't feeling the best that day, but he showed up as always. So that's me and the Mister at the Jazz Forum. And these are just some of the when you walk into the Jazz Forum. This picture here is when you walk into the club. Some of my work on the wall. So this one here is one of the pieces. This one here, and I was along with three other artists at this reception, and so this is some of the other artists' work on the wall as well. And I did a jazz series. This one here, this one there, and these two, and some more. I had 10 pieces in this facility. They're still there, actually. This here, Billie Holiday, Nina Simone, and this one here is some young folks in the community. This young man grew up in my church, and now he's traveling the world all over playing jazz music. So I did this as young gifted and Black jazz artists. And a lot of the some of the pieces have QR codes on them, and so they play the music of the person. These four down here are some of Ella Fitzgerald songs. Here a couple of Nina Simone songs, and then these were the music from these four young people. And this was the interview the night of the jazz reception. It's a short clip that the Jazz Forum put on their Instagram page. And I'll just play this as a short one.
When I started the series trying to do jazz inspired pieces, was thinking about the greats, the jazz greats, the Billie Holidays, the Ella Fitzgerald, and I just wanted to focus on the jazz greats.
The photographer takes so many images, and we spend so much time trying to pick the ones that capture the moment.
Pieces, a lot of them have this random pencil scribbling or brush strokes, very fluid motion. All of that is Driftwood.
Okay, and so that was the interview that evening. And then a couple of weeks later, my son and his fiance came out to the forum as well, and so we had a nice evening out with the two of them. Oops. And then the next event that I had was July. For the month of July, I had artwork at a local public library, and this particular evening I had a art reception. And the lady that decided to host it, she wanted to call it a Midsummer's Eve art reception. So this particular wall is the outside of the when you come into the library, they have what's called the Howard and Ruth Jacobs Art Gallery. And so they have I had a number of pieces out on the outside wall before going into the actual they call it the multi-purpose room. And so these were a few more pieces on the outside wall leading into the room. And little old me here with a shirt that I made as well. I always like to make a nice little outfit for my events. And so this is just showing some of the pieces on the wall. And this here, the butterfly, is one of my logos on my little business card that I have. And this just talked a little bit about me and my journey. This wall here, these three pieces. I really, a lot of people get a good reception about these because, you know, focus on Frederick Douglass and Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, and call this the Defenders of Freedom series. And here's some folks just out that particular evening, enjoying the evening and checking out all the wall. It was a pretty nice sized room. And so these were just some of the folks that decided to grace me with their presence, and I was very happy that they showed up. And here's my local quilt guild, Village Squares Quilters, and so they surprised me and came out that evening, so I was really happy to see them. A couple of the ladies from the Quilt Guild. And just grateful for all the folks that came out. It was a wonderful evening. The weather was beautiful, and it was just nice, a nice turnout. So I was feeling very happy and encouraged and inspired and grateful. And, you know, we all just ladies asking questions, chatting it up, and the mister. And so it was really, really nice. And we had this lady here. She was the one that organized the event, and she, you know, we had a little bite to eat, and she had this gentleman come and play the piano, added a nice touch to it, to the evening. And these two walls, I just decided to take some pictures of those walls close up. This was I did 18 musical pieces. And so these were the 8 that didn't go in the jazz form. 10 went into the jazz form, and these 8 didn't. So it worked out well that I was able to have pieces to add to this exhibit. And this is Miss Beville. She was the event coordinator for the evening. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say. I think my husband decided to, at the last minute, record me. So that's why he's kind of behind me and off to the side, and it just kind of captured me as I started speaking. So it wasn't right from the beginning, but this is what I had to say.
And I want to do a historical piece. Some of these are just historical pieces that came about because it came about. The music pieces came about because I was wanted to have artwork put in the Jazz Forum in Terrytown, and thankfully the owner of the Jazz Forum like my working up to put in, to select 10 pieces. And so I had 8 pieces left, and so it worked out well that they could go here. So that's why they're here. But the 10 pieces are still at the Jazz Forum in Tarrytown. So one little spot here, local. So, when, you know, your scheduled events go out, you check it out. Just for music, the live jazz music is a nice, comfy little place, you know. This is just what I do in my retirement, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I'm just grateful for all the people that I've met along the way. I don't know very many Bible artists. I have my Quilt Guild, the ladies over here from the Quilt Guild. Thank you, ladies, for coming out. And my church family always supports me. And then all of you in the community that took the time to come out this evening. I'm grateful and I'm humbled, and I appreciate all the kind words. So that's about it, I think. Well, today. Yes, we did. Did you crochet the wrap? No, I didn't even crochet that one. I'm sure it's just crochet that I made. The possible, yeah, that's what it's true. You can come to them. Yeah. Yes, it was a nice shawl. Because I said I needed a shawl, and it turned out it was kind of big. And it was a little too big for the missus said, "Oh no, that's too big. You gotta trim it down a little bit." And I was like, "No, I want to," but I did. And then I was like, "Oh, so sorry, I keep it out." A lot of the things just come about as we work on them, as they just come together. I don't really know. The Lord blesses us. I say us because we really work nice together. Yes.
Talk about your inclusion of technology in your quilts. I've been to a lot of quilt shows, and this is truly unique. And I was wondering if you could share how you came to it.
The piece with the black shine stripe with Rosa Parks and Angela Davis, and then the Black Lives Matter. That came out of a couple of years ago. I was part of a challenge with this group of online quilters. The pandemic was bad, but it was good for me because it worked out. I got connected with some online quilt groups. And so there's a lady in Nigeria who lives in Abuja, Nigeria. And so I meet with them monthly. And so she had a challenge. And it was, you just had to use some of the fabric that she sent you. You bought a little kit. And so long story short, you can do whatever you wanted. So I just decided to, Rosa Parks came to my mind, and then it turned into thinking about just time periods where we as people of color, we had our civil rights and our, women's rights come into play throughout the time period that I've selected. And for some reason, I just figured out how to make a QR code. They said there's no coincidence with God. So I guess it's not coincidence that I figured out how to use technology. And so what they are I get a YouTube video, I convert it into a QR code, and I put it printed on fabric. So those are actually printed on fabric. And then I was like, hey.
Okay, so that was that. And so, like as I said, just me feeling thankful, grateful, and blessed to have that opportunity to share. And then I made a couple of, we're blocking it a little bit. Thank you gifts for the pianist and the Miss Beville, who was the event coordinator. I did a Sankofa bird for her and the ankh for him. As you can see, he likes the ankh. So that was what I decided to make for them, thanking them for helping with the event. And now my upcoming event is October 2025. Jeff and I will have our artwork on display at the Mary Torino Art Show in the Bronxville Public Library. And this is Jeff's painting, one of his paintings. He's an acrylic painter. He paints in acrylic. So it's one of his pieces. And I just decided to do a map of Africa and named it the Motherland. It needed to be in a frame. Everything has to be framed. And so it's like a last minute email that I received. And so we submitted the form and they accepted it. And so they haven't seen it yet. They just accepted us. We had to be seniors, 55 and over. And so we qualified for that. And then that's it. And so this, we'll be bringing it to the library this Friday, and it'll be up for the entire month of October. And that's all, folks. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. So that's my the things that I've done for this past year so far.
Of all people, and it is programmed on TV with a quote.
So
wow, amazing, Lisa. So every time we show up for the block of the month and we do events, and we don't know that behind the scenes, this is what you're doing, and it's just so amazing to see. I mean, you say 15 pieces, 18 pieces it's a lot in terms of when you think about the time, that it takes to create each and every one of these collections. So I just want to say, honestly, how excited I am and how proud I am of everything that you have accomplished. And I mean, this is within the span of just the past 24 months, if I'm not mistaken. It's between like 2 years, 2.5 years, if that at all. So really well done. And, I'm so passionate for me because I am that type of driven person. I'm so excited when I see anyone taking what they have. Sometimes it's a natural gift, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's just something you fall into, but you're able to do it and you take it to the next level. And that's what you've done. And I'm so excited about it, to think that I think just to see how you started, and how you've grown in your locality, and how now they have events, they have art events, they have textile events, and they reach out to you. And it's just that one project at a time. And it makes my heart so full when I see some of the projects that we've done, and I hear you mention, oh, it was just a challenge, it makes me really proud to be a part of your story, and that the time we spent together has ended up being an investment, in your body of works. And it really doesn't start out that way, but I'm just glad that the time is not a waste, and the time is, it's counting somewhere. And I know that local TV stations and podcasts have also interviewed you.
Yes.
Yes. And you're able to share the story of your creativity. You're able to share the story of your heritage. I think that's what also excites me, that quite a number of your pieces, you use African fabrics, you use symbols, Adinkra symbols, you use indigenous fabrics, quite a few I've seen, and all of that. And you have found your voice, you have found your way. I know we some of the conversations we've had on your journey, but you found your way, and that's all it takes. You find your way by doing.
Yes.
You don't find your way by analyzing, to be honest. You find your way by doing. You find your way by expressing yourself and being honest with yourself, finding out what works and finding out what doesn't work. And we love your style, your small, unique pieces were never a thing. People would say, oh, it's maybe too small. But I mean, just looking at it on the wall is so beautiful, seeing them like real art pieces, So I just wanted to say that before opening the floor for everyone to speak. And of course, we are so grateful for our honorary member. The Mr. is a part of the tribe, because he's always there. He's always there. He helps not only Lisa, but one or two of us, when we're having issues. And I think it's such a blessing for you to have someone who supports what you do. who has the gift as well, to enhance your work and also to support, and I just want to just thank him, on behalf of everyone for supporting you, because your win, of course, is our win. And thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to open the floor. Please unmute yourself. Talk to Lisa, appreciate what she's done, share her favorite pieces that you've seen, ask her questions, and let's end on a high.
So you already know I am out. Even if I lived in Delaware, whatever you have, I'm coming to see you.
Yeah.
You inspire me a lot, because there's times where she'll take the smallest piece and she'll create something so serious. And I'm like, you know what? Every piece she does, she deserves it because she has the vision. I'll sit there and I'll keep that piece for 2-3 years and still won't know what to do. But as soon as she sees it, it's bam, bam, boom. And I'm like, well, where did that come from? And I really am inspired by it. And I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thanks, Carol. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Carol and I go to the same local quilt guild, and she comes out. She's been at pretty much every event that I've had recently. I did 5 last year, and a couple of them were in local places, obviously. And she was at all of them that she knew about. So I appreciate you, Carol.
And I appreciate you. And she always tells me, Miriam got something coming on. You better watch it. Leo, that whole collage thing, helped me take my piece to a whole nother level. That Nina Simone collage. And Lisa always reminded me, Carol, there's somebody coming on special. You might want to look at it. It's coming on. Miriam's having something. Because I don't look at my emails the way I should, but Lisa always reminds me. And she reminded me of today. I didn't look at the email. So here I am.
Thank you.
Love you, girl.
Love you too. Yeah, it was amazing that I ended up having that when that was the person that was supposed to be at the public library where I had all the nice reception. Someone else was supposed to be there, but she backed out. And at the last minute, the gentleman who runs that gallery had reached out to the lady that does the arts and cultural things locally at the town that nearby where I live. And so she reached out to me because she knew I had a number of pieces. And so thankfully I was able to fill that wall. I had 55 pieces there. So it worked out that, I had them and I was able to fill up the wall and, outside and inside. So I'm just grateful that, that I was available and that I had the work and that the young lady wanted to have me have the reception, because I wasn't going to have a reception at first. And she was like, oh, no, you have to have a reception. I was like, OK, well, if you organize it, I'll show up. And so she organized it and that's how it worked out. So, everything in God's timing.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't necessarily seek them out. They just kind of, the jazz forum I did put the foot to the plow and seek that out because I went there once and I knew that they had a gallery. So I made the pieces and I went by there and showed her some, and she was like, oh yeah, this is the first time I've ever had a fiber artist. And so she liked the pieces enough to put them there. And my church family, of course, comes out and supports and bought, not every church. But out of the 10, 7 sold. And then another person came in, they wanted something. So I remade something for someone else. So basically it looks like a total of 8 will have sold from the jazz forum. So I'm grateful.
Yes. I think I'm just so proud about your journey. And, sometimes I know I push a little hard to say, go out and create and do this and show it. And I think you just took it and you ran with it. But I'm also grateful because it's not in an uncomfortable way for you. Mm-hmm. You found your way to make that work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You found your way to make that work. And it's so exciting to see what's going to happen in the future. I forgot to ask, the coming exhibit, was there a date? Did you mention a date for it?
For the month of October. So we take the work there Friday and it'll go up, I guess, Monday, Saturday. I don't know what they'll hang it, but we take it, drop it off on, and it'll be there through the month of October. So, like I said, I received the email. They were looking for seniors in the community and, to show their work. And they haven't even seen it. They just said that they have room for us, I guess, or whatever. So we'll drop it off this week.
Yeah, it looks good already.
I'm glad Jeff agreed to putting in. He's very kind of low key and shy. So he doesn't really, exhibit his work or anything. So I was glad there was an opportunity for him to put in one of his paintings.
Yeah.
Lisa,
Yes.
I just want you to know how much I have admired your work from a distance.
Thank you.
But I also want to thank you for sharing all of the tidbits that you have online, and which has allowed me to grow, and I'm sure has allowed a lot of other quilters to grow.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And, that, what's the line? Each one teach one, we try to. But, in this day of so many people being more housebound than they used to be, you really do take it to a new level.
Thank you.
Just thank you. And thank you, Miriam.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we wouldn't have this platform if it were for Miriam. So we have to thank Miriam
Absolutely.
for encouraging us, and just giving us opportunities to, because half the projects that I do, I might not would think about them, on my own or whatever. So like just the challenges have been a blessing. And like I said, the pandemic was bad, but it worked out to be, good to connect with all you ladies and, just have a place to come and, share and encourage and inspire one another. And so I just hope that, by just knowing, like, even though, like, I never thought in a million years that I'd be having exhibits and doing this locally. I didn't even know that it would happen. But, I'm grateful that I participate in the local events and when they come up. And so the thing that I would encourage everyone and anyone who think maybe they want to, that they should, don't be shy.
I have participated in quite a few shows in this area, but this online that we all got blessed with or cursed with through COVID has actually made such a difference because I keep encouraging people saying, and they'll say, oh, but you've had something in a show. I said, just make yourself available. Because I don't want to see quilting lost. And the creativity that we have is always a surprise to people. And I have spent my life trying to surprise people.
Oh, well,
But thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss Anita. Honestly, I think it's just so encouraging. And, just to acknowledge the fact that she puts in the work. I know sometimes, like recently, I was always so go with your creativity. But recently I find out sometimes you just want to potter around.
Oh, yeah.
You don't always want to have a goal and a deadline and all of that. Sometimes just to get the release, you just want to play around with fabrics, try a block or two and abandon it and do something else. There's a place for that, but there's also a place and sometimes a responsibility, to speak up. It's a responsibility to speak up. But the beauty of this responsibility is that it's not obligatory.
Right.
It's if you feel up to it, you do that. It's not mandatory, it's not obligatory, but if you can, then you have a responsibility to allow your voice to be heard. And I think that's just what Lisa stepped into. A lot of people are retired and they are lost. When this, for instance, I feel lost when I have too much time on my hands. I'm one of those people, but she has managed to take that and she has made it into something, and because of her dedication, within a short, I told her, Lisa, you have to send me like my own piece because soon we won't be able to touch you anymore. So I'm still waiting for her to send me my own piece that I will say, okay, this is by Lisa. Because, you know, she's getting so known in the art scene in her area. And I think that in itself is such a huge thing. That is something to aspire to, and that's something to. It's sometimes it's different to be good, but to be known in a physical place. In physical places, you know, that's a totally different thing. You can be good and known within a circle, but to be known in a place, in a city, in a neighborhood, in a locale, that's a higher level of accomplishment, you know. And I think that this is just the beginning. Now that she has teamed up with the Mister, I don't know what we're going to be talking about by this time next year. Just more exhibitions and collaborations, you know, and things that they will come up to do together. And I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's just amazing and awesome, you know, so really excited about it.
Thank you. You know, you say that about known, and I don't really feel that way because, you know, like, I guess I don't feel that way because I don't feel like people are knocking my door down, knocking on my door saying, oh, can you do this? I mean, I do. I mean, I do things locally and with my church family and whatever. And so I don't really feel like I'm that quote unquote known, but I'm just grateful that the baby steps. I'm just happy that, you know, there were local events that I participated in. And so that's all I really want out of it, just to be able to, you know, maybe show a little here, a little there and whatever. And if not, if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. You know, it's just, I'm just enjoying the ride. That's it. So not expecting too much out of it. It's just something that because I feel like all this fabric I have, I need to do something with it. So
that's a good way of looking at it. But you have to also realize that art is not food. Art is not essential. It's not necessity. Right. And so people typically, I don't think for art, people typically knock down doors because you have I mean, you know, it's not a consumable in the sense that you do that. So for you to have exhibited 5 last year, I think that's really huge. And then the year it's not over and you're doing something. So So
and at the end of the day, I am grateful for every opportunity because they all worked out really nice. They were fun. I've met people, and you know, and my work is out there locally. You know, in terms of you know, the people that have purchased pieces or that I've blessed them with pieces that, you know, they exhibit them, they showcase them wherever in their home or wherever, or they buy them and give them to other people. So it's been great that a number of people locally have had opportunities to have a little piece of my work. So I'm happy about that.
I was going to say, Lisa, don't minimize. Okay, I was going to say, don't minimize what you do and how you impact people. I mean, there's a thing about being humble and all, but then there's the other thing about receiving the accolades. You know, we appreciate you. I love to see what it is that you have on the wall every time, you know, I get on a call. I haven't been on much lately, but whenever I'm on a call, I'm always wanting to see what does Lisa got going on back there. And, you know, you inspire me, you know, to do more, you know. My friends talk to me about, I call myself, I used to say for so long that I was a beginner. And, you know, and that allowed me to mess up by saying I'm a beginner, right? And they keep saying, stop saying that, stop saying that. Well, I say to you, you know, just accept the accolades. You know, we love you. We love seeing your work. You're doing a fantastic job. And again, it's always encouragement and inspiration for us to see what you're doing and the colors you're putting together and where you're exhibiting. And, you know, even though I can't get there, I'm in Texas, but it's just fun to know you. Like Miriam is saying, it's like, well, one day we might want one of your pieces because, you might get so famous
Oh my gosh.
that we can't touch you. But,
Oh boy.
just keep on going,
Mhm.
and we just look forward to hearing and seeing more of what you're doing.
Yes.
And I want to say, too, over the time that I've been a part of the tribe, I have seen you blossom in regards to hosting
Mm.
something, because before you just always seemed so shy, but you've taken even that bull by the horn and gotten out there and, showcase, not well, spoken and hosted and answer questions and, give us advice about stuff. So that's been a blessing seeing you do that. So I'm like Miriam, because I know you from this,
Mhm.
I'm all smiles and can't stop grinning.
Oh. Well, I really appreciate it, Linda. I really do. Yeah,
No problem.
I'm grateful. I'm just
I
grateful.
take a shower
Yeah.
tonight.
Thank you.
Would that bother you when you're asleep?
Somebody's talking.
Yeah, I muted them.
No, you're muted.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask Lisa, tell us about how you get inspired. Like Linda said, sometimes, the way you put your stuff together, it's so uniquely you. And some of the subjects that you create, some of the pieces, the subjects, how do you come up with your pieces? Do you work in theme to say, okay, for this period, I'm just going to do this, or is there something that guides your interest and the work that you do?
Well, like in particular with the Martin Luther King piece, it started out, there's the very popular image of Martin Luther King kneeling down, and I somebody had posted it, probably was in January of last year, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I like that, so I just figured out how to do Martin Luther King, like cut him out in a way. I do mostly raw collage work. I enjoy collage work, and that's what most of the pieces are. And I figured out how to get the words, like the fabric. I had fabric with words on the background, and I placed him on it. And then I just decided to continue it and thought about Frederick Douglass and then Nelson Mandela. And so that's how that series came about. It just kind of starts out with one thing, and then, I was like, oh, okay, add on to it. So it's really, I won't say it's no rhyme or reason, but once I come up with an idea or a thought, everything has to make sense to me. It just, I don't know, once I put it together or start thinking about something, I just feel like it has to mean something or it has to make sense. Like with our block of the month, I wanted to put flowers, whatever, and I looked up the state flower for Nigeria and came up with the yellow trumpet flower, and it said, oh, that looks nice. So it just kind of, the mind just kind of goes that way. Once I get one thought in my mind, then I just expand on it and make it come together, so I don't know how to explain it.
I think it's also exciting that your inspiration comes from within, as opposed to being compelled by trends or what other people are doing, because I think that's the quickest way to lose yourself. When the work you do comes too much from outside, but when the seed is from inside, then you can look outside on how to accomplish it.
Right.
So I think that's one thing that I like about what you do. Even when you gave your at the last summit, the previous one, when you did your presentation, and you were so specific and so emphatic with every single piece that you were talking about, you knew it intimately.
Yeah.
I think that is also so important, and it's freeing to know that you don't have to do what other people are doing, even if it's the hottest thing. You just stay true to yourself, because that's what sustains your, it just keeps sustaining you, and it keeps rejuvenating your ideas and your creativity.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for sharing. I just wanted to say that from the first time I'm not sure how Lisa got to know about our community, but from the first time I think she bought connecting the dots. I think that was the very first thing that you did.
Yes.
And there was something that one of the patterns didn't fit the 12 by 12, and immediately she wrote me an email to say, hey, I just bought it, I love it, I'm listening, and I'm working on it, and this doesn't work, but this works. So you might want to change that. And honestly, on that footing, that's how Lisa has been. I think she's one of the plenty people, I can't say few, everybody is so helpful to me. She's one of the many people that I know I can call on at any time. And she just says, I'm not sure I can do it, but if I can do it, you can count on me. And that's just how she's been. And just by being there, just by being reliable, just by being helpful, just by saying the right, and Lisa says the right thing at the right time. All through in the tribe, she jumps in. She just says, Miriam, I saw this and I said, and I'm like, Lisa, I trust you. I would trust you more than myself because you have such a gracious manner, in the way you respond to people and the way you treat people. And we feel that always. And so you make us feel so comfortable. And so I'm not surprised, that you are doing so well because you're carrying that spirit into what it is that you. There are some people that create some very angry art and they make you feel very uncomfortable. It's expression, but it makes you feel so uncomfortable. But, with everything that you do, there's so much thought, there's so much peace, there's so much love, there's so much color, there's so much harmony. I think that's what I'm trying to say about your art, that there's harmony. And we see that and people are kind of like drawn to it. And yes, she's shy. I've been trying to be her friend, but she's so shy. It's taking me a long time to develop a friendship with her. But one thing I know is that she's so genuine, And so, yes, I agree. Keep protecting yourself and keep protecting the beauty that is within you because we don't see that. Don't allow the world to just and keep producing the beautiful things that you do all the time. So outside of this, do you have any other exhibits in the horizon? Are you planning anything that you'd like us to know?
No, not that I know of. I haven't heard about anything other than the one for the month of October, and probably just chill out. The year's almost over, and I don't know what's going to come up for 2025. There's nothing on the schedule for sure. So, yeah, so nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Yeah. So for me, just to end, I'm going to say that you're going to be seeing a lot more of Lisa hosting and taking on a more active role in the tribe with events, because I just love that. I know sometimes those activities is a function of time, we all have things that we're doing, but I just love that she's available, and she's, and honestly, I think, and I think the tribe is really ready for more faces, for more interpretations, for more different handling of what we're doing, So I think I said it at the last summit. If you feel like, maybe hosting or being a part of our event is something that you'd like to do, the door is always open, but for now, she's definitely going to be hosting a whole lot more of some of the things that we're doing. She co-hosted with Jerry at the last Aunties workshop, and for some of our future events as well, she's going to be doing that. So Lisa is really, she's for me personally, she's very valuable because she has made herself available and really valuable. And I'm happy that correspondingly, creatively, she's also thriving. That makes me really, really glad. So Lisa, over to you to carry on and to take us out if there are no more questions, or anything else. This video is going to be on the YouTube channel. And if you're doing amazing things, please tell us. I'm not biased. I've been accused of being biased. The truth is, behind the scenes, my life is really upside down. So I know what I'm told. Sometimes I know what I'm told. So if you tell me, I promise, we would feature you, because it brings me joy to know that our being together is for good. So please, if you're doing amazing things, let us know. We try to share that on social media. We're always happy to spotlight you, always happy to share what it is that you're doing. If any way you want us to support, if you let me know, a lot of the times we share it to say, if you're in the area, a person is doing this, go and support them, So please let us know. We want to be doing this. I am not really a quilting industry person. I'm a tribe person. I want to talk about us. I want to share us. I want to boast on us. I want to love on us. I think we are enough. We're over 4,000. We're enough. We're honestly enough for ourselves, So I'm happy to spotlight everything that we're doing. Don't feel, I just have only 10. If you have only 10, that's fine. We're happy with 10, because 10 pieces will tell your story very, very well. If there's a direction you're taking and you want to involve us, but I don't want to put upon you. So you would have to let me know, so that you won't say, Miriam has come, she's putting pressure on us to do what we cannot do. Okay, but I'm happy to just quickly pull your photos together and then we do something. So I think that's our focus, to just have everyone spotlighted, everyone encouraged, and I want to boast, about what it is that you're doing. So thank you so much for coming, Lisa.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the encouragement, the support, and I really appreciate it. You ladies really encourage me and inspire me, and I'm glad that you feel that I do the same for you, because that's what we are. We're a tribe and we're a family, and we just love the art of quilting, and so it's wonderful that we can share with one another in this space. Thank you.
Okay, so in the absence of any more questions, we are going to close the meeting, and I want to say thank you so much for coming. Like I said, this video is going to be available. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. So I'm seeing some faces. Stephanie, hi. Stephanie celebrated her birthday last week. Happy birthday, Steph. I see Montika. I see Miss Anita and Miss Linda. I should have called you to find out why you've been AWOL, but I'm happy to see you that you're doing well. Yes. And a few names that I can't tell. Miss Linda, Miss Ernestine as well. We haven't seen you in a while, but I know you've been moving house. So I hope that's going well. And Miss Johanna as well. So thank you everyone for coming. We will share. Miss Leslie wants to know where your art will be exhibited, Lisa.
I just put it in the chat. It's at a local library. It's just the one piece, but yeah, that's it. Oh, Miriam froze. Yeah. So that's it. Local. I'm in Westchester County, New York. So yeah. Okay. So
that's right, Lisa. I'm in Hudson Valley.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Who said that? Anita? Oh, okay. Oh, you're up a little bit from me.
Yep,
I think we had a conversation one time before.
I know. We got to continue it too.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I think she's probably going to pop back on again, but I thought we were going to talk about the upcoming event, but maybe she has to prepare more for it. The new event that she's going to be having, new project, shall I say? But maybe not. She's back. Yay. I think. Oh, okay, good.
Okay, sorry about that. Are we done, Lisa? Are you? We're done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. All right then. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. We will be back again next week for the next week's chat, and I think we're going to have a debate. So you might want to stay tuned to so you can be a part of it. We just want to get conversations going, So I'll be sharing some more about that by email. So I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for coming.
Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Gwen.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Take
Bye.
care.
Thank you.
Bye and thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye and thanks.
Loved your presentation.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lisa.
That was great.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Miss Gwen, we just finished.
Yeah, I see. I just saw it pop up on my screen, so I came in.
Yeah, but
You have a recording of this?
will be in YouTube, in our YouTube channel. I'll share the link in my next email.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yay!
Yay.
Well
But,
done.
once I could-
Yeah, stop recording maybe.
Oh, yeah.
We'll clean it up, but yeah.